I spoke to the President on the 1st of February 2025.
Hello there, guys, and welcome to Daily Updates. Today we had a very interesting testimony by our National Police Commissioner, Mr. Fannie Masemola. I mean, people can argue and say that it was by far the longest if you compare it to General Mkhwanazi, who was flowing on his testimony. The one from Fannie Masemola was rather tiring, if I must be honest, but we have to put away the criticism to Fannie Masemola and look at what he really said in his testimony. One of the things he said about the disbandment of the political tax team is that when he received that letter, which he was on leave, when he received that letter, he decided that one of the few people he's going to tell about it is the president of the country, Mr. Cyril Ramaphosa. So basically, a lot of people knew about this before the events of the 6th of July 2025, when General Mkhwanazi decided to take that press briefing and announce to the nation that we are under attack. Well, I would really want to discuss this thing of General Masemola, but to put matters into context, I want us to listen to what he said about the president, Mr. Cyril Ramaphosa. Please have a listen.
Given the fact that the minister was instructing, not soliciting our views of the disbandment of the PKTT, I deemed it necessary to speak to the President about the issue. I spoke to the President on the 1st of February 2025. During this meeting, I mentioned the minister's directive to disband such a successful team, and the president told me that he would speak to the minister. Of course, I didn't really require from the president to say whether I agree or not, but I did tell him that this team is being dissolved, reason unknown, and I said if ever it has to be done, it cannot even be done in this abrupt manner, because I don't know what we are chasing. And that's when he says, no, he will speak to the minister.
Yes, then 112, you say at a later stage?
At a later stage, the president did inform me that he did discuss the issue with the minister. He did not inform me on what details they discussed.
Well, we've listened to the testimony of Fannie Masemola, and I would really want to discuss a few things. Firstly, the man was on leave when the letter was drafted and sent to him. This was basically well planned and well executed. Well, he received the letter when he was on leave, a very important matter, and he had to wait until he's back. When the commissioners questioned Fannie Masemola on the matter of saying that, well, here is a letter that you got from Mr. Mkhunu. Now, you have to come back and respond to that letter, because that letter went with the fact that they also need a report to be filed on this matter of the task team being disbanded. He said that I delegated the matter to say to my team, you must draft a report, but we are not going to submit, or we are not going to take any drastic measures until I'm back, because I knew that I am not going to allow this thing of the disbandment to go ahead. And then he goes again to say that I informed the president in 2025 to say that the president, there is a matter that is very important, the political task team that is about to be disbanded by your minister, Mr. Mkhunu. So after telling the president says, I am going to speak to the minister, and he comes back to say, I have spoken to the minister. But what was the conclusion? He doesn't tell Fannie Masemola what the conclusion was. They leave the matter. So what we understand now is that the president never came back. But I can tell you something. As much as Fannie Masemola says he never came back with the conclusion of that matter, one thing that might have happened is that he went to Mkhunu. Mkhunu said, Ramaphosa, this is a matter that we really need to shy away from, because it might expose some of the things that are going to expose a lot of people. Or he could have said that it is a waste of time. We don't have to invest money into this thing because it is not bearing any fruits. And then the president takes the matter as it is. But wait, How do you take a matter as it is when you are the president of the country and people are telling you that we have a task force that is coming out with results? Then you take a word of a minister who says we must disband when a commissioner, a national police commissioner, says to you, we are worried because this is a very important matter. People know about this matter and those people are conflicted. The president not taking action about the serious matter is also conflicted. When you call a commission of inquiry, you have that idea of saying, well, you know what, I'm calling this because I want the truth to come out. But if you are calculative enough, you would have just taken measures and not went to the commission of inquiry, because now we are compelled to call you as the president of the country to come and answer on, you were told about this thing of a disbandment. What did you say? Because Masemola says you've never told him anything about the conclusion between you and the minister. Confliction all around. People are not really doing their job. From the top to the bottom, nobody's doing their job, and we expect our country to run smoothly. Another matter that was really interesting when he spoke was the fact that there is a big five in the country. A big five of criminals. He did not really mention them, but we have big five of the criminals in the country. It is known by the National Police Commissioner. It is known by the minister and a lot of people. They know that we have a big five. Well, surprise. The same big five that they're talking about is in the pockets of those at the top. How do you expect a minister to take action when he knows that he might be in trouble because of the action that he might take? They kidnapped a businessman, and to this day, they don't know where that guy is. Is he dead? Is he alive? They don't know. What we have been told here is that there are people like Brian Mokgotsi, there are Ket Matlala, who are really the powerhouse of this food chain that we are looking at. This one stole this one tried to kill that one is in the pocket of that one. At the end of the day, the rod is known by the president. If he did not know the rod, I assure you, he would have taken action. But the fact that there is no solid action, you must know that something is known by the top. These people are going to give us a commission, and when the commission is done, no action will be done. I mean, reference, just an earlier reference, commission of Judge Raymond Zondo, the Zondo Commission, nothing was done. So even with this, because people know that we are tainted, they are not going to make any arrest. They're just going to come up with excuses. Well, we might see Senzo Mkhunu losing his job, but at the end of the day, is he going to go to jail? Never. The president is disappointing as the head of this country, not to have dealt with the problem. I mean, if you look at it, I think Mkhwanazi surprised a lot of people. Mkhwanazi said to Fannie Masemola, I just want to address the nation about the political killings, nothing serious. And he came out with a bombshell, and even Fannie Masemola was probably surprised. The president was not in the country. A lot of people were surprised because they thought there is nobody with such a lever like Mkhwanazi to go against the president and go on the stage and address in a manner in which he did. Well, if Mkhwanazi is put on a cross because of the actions, the nation should really rally behind him, because we are told even the head knows about the shenanigans of this country. Are we ruled by the gangs? Are we ruled by the top five? Or are we ruled by the government of South Africa, which is under the GNU, the government of national unity? We were told once we are in government, things are going to change. Well, I've got bad news for you. We are in for more surprising events as the commission continues. Anyway, guys, thank you for tuning into the channel and continuing to support. Please do subscribe and become a member if you can. Until next time. Cheers.